Imagine being able to breathe deeper than ever before, filling your lungs with pure, vital air. Now, think of the contrast, the struggle of each breath when the air seems insufficient. This is the power and challenge of the respiratory system, a biological marvel that sustains life every second. But what happens when it is compromised? Suddenly, the act of breathing, as natural as the beating of the heart, becomes a constant battle. What if there were ways to strengthen your lungs to face the invisible threats lurking in the air we breathe? We are about to dive into the universe of the respiratory system, exploring from its most basic functions to the most innovative advances that promise to revolutionize our ability to breathe. Have you ever stopped to think about the impact of a simple breath on your health and well-being? Get ready, as we are going to unveil the secrets of breathing, challenge the limits of medical knowledge, and discover how a breath of air can be both our greatest ally and our most challenging adversary. The human respiratory system is a marvel of nature, meticulously designed to perform the essential task of supplying oxygen to the body and eliminating carbon dioxide. At the heart of this system are the lungs, two spongy organs located in the chest, working tirelessly to ensure that every cell in the body receives the oxygen it needs to function. The trachea, a tube connecting the throat to the lungs, branches into two main bronchi, one for each lung, which further branch into smaller bronchi within the lungs, culminating in the alveoli. These tiny air sacs, surrounded by a network of capillaries, are the stage where gas exchange occurs. Oxygen from the air we breathe passes into the blood, while carbon dioxide is exhaled. This intricate orchestration of structures ensures that breathing is not just possible, but efficient, sustaining life with each inhalation and exhalation. Breathing is a vital process that allows the human body to absorb oxygen and expel carbon dioxide, essential for the survival of all cells. The respiratory cycle begins with inhalation, when air is drawn through the nose or mouth, passing through the trachea until it reaches the lungs. Within the lungs, air is directed through an increasingly finer network of tubes known as bronchi and bronchioles until it reaches the alveoli. These small air sacs, lined with a thin layer of cells, are the main stage for gas exchange. Oxygen from the inhaled air crosses the alveolar membrane into the bloodstream, while carbon dioxide, a metabolic waste, makes the reverse journey, leaving the blood to be exhaled. Exhalation, though often considered a passive process, also plays a crucial role in the efficiency of breathing. As the respiratory muscles relax, the lungs retract due to their natural elasticity, pushing out the air enriched with carbon dioxide. This constant exchange of gases is regulated by the body's metabolic needs. For example, during physical exercise, the frequency and depth of breathing increase to meet the higher demand for oxygen and faster elimination of carbon dioxide. This delicate balance between the supply of oxygen and the removal of waste ensures that our cells can function optimally, supporting all vital activities. Respiratory diseases, encompassing a variety of conditions that affect the lungs and airways, are influenced by various risk factors, some of which are directly under our control, while others are not. Air pollution, both indoors and outdoors, is one of the main villains, with fine particles and harmful gases from vehicles, industries, and fuel burning compromising lung health. These pollutants can irritate the airways, decrease lung function, and even lead to the development of chronic diseases such as asthma and chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPD. Additionally, smoking, including active smoking and exposure to secondhand smoke, is a well-established cause of respiratory diseases. The toxic components present in cigarette smoke damage lung tissues, causing inflammation and reducing lung capacity, which significantly increases the risk of lung cancer, chronic bronchitis, and emphysema. Another significant risk factor is exposure to chemical and occupational agents, such as asbestos, radon, and silica dust, which can be found in certain work and residential environments. Inhalation of these substances can lead to serious diseases, including asbestosis, lung cancer, and pneumoconiosis. Moreover, genetic factors also play a role in predisposition to some respiratory diseases. For example, cystic fibrosis and alpha-1 antitrypsin deficiency are hereditary conditions that affect the lungs and can result in chronic respiratory problems from childhood. Therefore, Recognizing these risk factors and adopting preventative measures, such as improving air quality, quitting smoking, and using personal protective equipment when necessary, are crucial to minimizing the risk of developing respiratory diseases. The spectrum of respiratory diseases is broad, affecting millions of people worldwide, with conditions ranging from mild allergies to debilitating chronic diseases. Among the most prevalent, asthma stands out as an inflammatory disease of the airways that causes episodes of wheezing, shortness of breath, and coughing, significantly affecting individuals' quality of life. Bronchitis, which can be acute or chronic, is characterized by inflammation of the bronchi, resulting in productive cough and difficulty breathing. Pneumonia, an infection that fills the alveoli with pus and fluid, compromises the lungs' ability to perform effective gas exchange and can be caused by a variety of microorganisms, including bacteria, viruses, and fungi. Finally, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPD, which encompasses chronic bronchitis and emphysema, is a progressive condition characterized by the obstruction of airflow in the lungs, making breathing difficult and limiting daily activities. These diseases exemplify the challenges faced by the respiratory system and highlight the importance of prevention, early diagnosis, and appropriate treatment to maintain respiratory health. The quality of air, both indoors and outdoors, has a significant impact on people's respiratory health. Outdoors, air pollution from sources such as vehicles, industries, and fires can contain fine particles and harmful gases that, when inhaled, penetrate deeply into the lungs and even into the bloodstream, causing from temporary irritations to contributing to the development of chronic respiratory diseases, such as asthma and COPD. In the long term, exposure to these pollutants can decrease lung function, exacerbate existing respiratory conditions, and increase the mortality rate associated with respiratory and cardiovascular diseases. Indoors, air quality can be compromised by factors such as mold, pet dander, tobacco smoke, and emissions from cleaning products or building materials, which can be equally harmful, especially considering that people spend most of their time within enclosed spaces. To improve air quality and protect respiratory health, it is essential to adopt measures at both individual and collective levels. Individually, improving ventilation in indoor environments, using air purifiers, avoiding the use of harmful chemicals, and maintaining cleanliness to reduce the presence of allergens are important strategies. Avoiding smoking indoors and limiting exposure to outdoor air pollution during peak pollution times are other important strategies. Collectively, public policies focused on reducing vehicle and industry emissions, promoting clean energy sources, and tree planting can significantly improve outdoor air quality. Furthermore, awareness campaigns about the effects of air pollution on health and the importance of healthy indoor environments are fundamental to promoting behavioral and regulatory changes that benefit everyone's respiratory health. The relationship between nutrition and respiratory health is an area of growing interest, recognizing that certain foods can play a significant role in both protecting against and predisposing to lung diseases. Foods rich in antioxidants, such as fruits, vegetables, and whole grains, have shown benefits in preventing respiratory diseases by reducing inflammation and protecting lung tissues from damage caused by pollutants and infectious agents. On the other hand, diets high in processed foods, rich in saturated fats and sugars, can contribute to increased inflammation and oxidative stress, exacerbating conditions such as asthma and COPD. Additionally, adequate water consumption is essential for maintaining hydration and facilitating mucociliary function, helping in the elimination of pathogens and pollutants from the airways. Therefore, adopting a balanced diet, rich in anti-inflammatory and antioxidant nutrients, can be a valuable strategy to support respiratory health and minimize the risk of lung diseases. Specific exercises aimed at strengthening the respiratory system can play a crucial role in improving lung function and breathing capacity. Breathing techniques, such as pranayama, originating from yoga, are particularly effective as they focus on awareness and control of breathing, helping to increase lung capacity and promote relaxation of the airways. Swimming, in turn, is a comprehensive exercise that, in addition to strengthening the torso muscles and improving posture, requires controlled breathing in a resistant environment, which can enhance lung efficiency and gas exchange. These exercises, along with activities such as walking and running, which gradually increase the demand for oxygen, encourage the lungs to work more effectively and can be particularly beneficial for people with chronic respiratory conditions, as well as contributing to the respiratory health of healthy individuals. Incorporating such practices regularly into the routine can significantly assist in maintaining lung health and preventing respiratory diseases. The prevention of respiratory diseases encompasses a series of targeted strategies aimed at minimizing exposure to risk factors and strengthening the body's natural defenses. Vaccination is one of the most effective measures, protecting against serious respiratory infections such as influenza and pneumococcal pneumonia, especially in vulnerable groups, such as the elderly, children, and people with chronic conditions. Hand hygiene plays a fundamental role in preventing the transmission of respiratory pathogens, significantly reducing the incidence of infectious respiratory diseases. Additionally, avoiding known risk factors, such as smoking, air pollution, and exposure to harmful chemicals, can considerably reduce the risk of developing chronic respiratory diseases. Adopting a healthy lifestyle, with regular exercise and a balanced diet, also contributes to the health of the respiratory system, reinforcing the body's ability to fight infections and diseases. These preventive approaches, combined, can offer significant protection against a wide range of respiratory diseases, promoting optimal lung health. The future of respiratory health looks promising, with continuous advances in research and technology opening new paths for the diagnosis, treatment, and prevention of respiratory diseases. One of the emerging trends is the development of personalized therapies, based on the genetics and molecular biology of the individual. This includes precision medicine, which uses genetic information and specific biomarkers to create more effective treatments with fewer side effects for conditions such as asthma and COPD. Additionally, telemedicine and remote monitoring devices are becoming increasingly important, allowing patients and doctors to track respiratory health in real time and adjust treatments as necessary, improving treatment adherence and reducing the need for frequent hospital visits. Adopting a more holistic approach, the integration of complementary and alternative practices in the treatment of respiratory diseases is also gaining ground. Techniques such as acupuncture, yoga, and meditation are being explored for their benefits in reducing stress, improving breathing capacity, and promoting overall well-being. This multidisciplinary approach, combining conventional treatments with complementary methods, emphasizes the importance of treating not just the physical symptoms, but also the psychological and emotional aspects of respiratory health. With these emerging trends, the future of respiratory medicine points to an era of more effective, personalized, and integrative treatments, promising significant improvements in the quality of life for patients with respiratory diseases. And so, we have journeyed together through the extraordinary saga of the respiratory system, unraveling mysteries, facing challenges, and discovering innovative solutions that have the potential to transform lives. But remember, the story of our breathing does not end here. Every day, new research, technologies, and practices continue to expand the horizons of respiratory medicine. What will be the next chapter in this fascinating saga? How can you contribute to the health of your own respiratory system and, by extension, to others around you? And most importantly, what stories are still waiting to be told? What discoveries await to be made? The future of respiratory health is full of possibilities and unexplored challenges, and each of us has a role to play in this ongoing journey. So take a deep breath and prepare for the next step. What will you do to ensure that the future is a breath of fresh air?